Good morning!
We cannot start the day without giving a huge shout out to our amazing friend and supporter, Bob.
Yes, Bob bought us the dinghy, and he also bought us a lot of other stuff too.
Like the outboard,
the anchor winch. We don't know what we'd do without our wonderful patron supporters, some people that donate occasionally, and to our wonderful Bob. 7 months ago, he saved us from bankruptcy. Like time and time and time again, he tips the balance. So thank you very much to our supporters, and also thank you, Bob.
Thank you. Taking for loving us and putting up with my phone calls. Now, let's put the dinghy up to test and get back to paradise.
Alright, we just left. We're at 2,000 revs and we're barely making 3.5 knots. So there's something on the prop. And I have to jump in and do something about it. Look at that prop. And look at the bottom. I lightly scoured this bottom about 4 weeks ago. There is some prop treatment that you can do, but it's made of diamonds and gold apparently because of the insane price of it. So we avoided it obviously. This bottom paint job is less than 1 year old. At 9 months it even had growth. This is the rubbish that we bought from a major brand. Complete and utter rubbish. My friends ablated completely within 6 months. Lieberman fide, buyer beware. If anyone knows of a good tropical bottom paint, please let us know. This rope is always here so I can always get back on the boat. You'd be surprised to know that people have died just by taking a dip and not being able to get back on their boat. What a bugger.
Come on, muscles. Oh, that's it.
Okay, so at the same revs now, we're doing a knot and a half more, so it makes a difference. I remember one time when I was in Bundaberg, I think I left the boat for 2 weeks. I got back and the props were like cauliflowers. You couldn't even see the props. And the trouble with, at that time, in that location, is they had a large crocodile set up residence about 300 metres down. So we had to use the cauliflowers to get up river about a K, which is no guarantee that there isn't another resident crocodile up there. Get right in the middle of the river and me jump in and quickly clean it off. It's very tense moments in water of visibility of about a metre. Anyway, so we're good now. We want to get back to Sab Blas because we got the new dinghy to play with. Excellent. And there's no guarantee waiting for wind here. The wind's straight on our nose at 4 knots. There's no wind at this time of year, so let's do it. And then an hour later, we got wind. Woohoo!
I heard the noise and I came look at the sail and it has literally a weird shape. It's doing a weird form. I think there's something wrong. You should go up there and check it, Peter.
Yep, Halyard's broken. Well, I'm surprised that the sail has a bit of shape. We've got no waves. It's only really mild conditions, so I'm just going to leave it, even though it's not great for the sail. We've still got 25 miles to go. So I might get the staysail out, just to help along and maybe protect it a bit. But I'm going to leave it up. Sorry about my voice. I lost my voice. Probably a good thing, really. Good thing for the vlog. As you can see, the blue Halyard is no tension at all there. Bugger.
What we've got here?
Now, the masthead, which I had drilled out professionally, well, I went up the mast for some guy, and he had all the equipment. He went and took it home, and I dremeled inside to polish it all up. Obviously, I didn't do a very good job. So
Can you
this.
show me? Oh, the chafe. Yeah.
So this goes up around a block, and then through a hole, which is probably about 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch. And I polished up all around it. There was 4 holes I did, and that's obviously what it's chafed on. The previous owner actually spliced some stainless steel cable for about 70 centimetres to stop that, because when I pulled off the masthead, it was a jagged hole, so no rope would have survived. So that's why he did it. I didn't realise that. So anyway, looks like I've got to do a better job. I don't know, I have to take the mast down again just for that. Or I could try and reinforcing this and then periodically checking it and putting on some more reinforcing later. That might be the way to go.
Welcome back to Sab Blas, baby.
You're welcome. Top stuff. All right, we all saw what happened with the halyard. This is the other end. It was in the mast. I've cut it, burnt it. I've got a few loops of sailing thread, really strong stuff. That's where I'm going to attach this twine to. Margarida, with all her super strength, is going to haul me up the mast. I'm going to feed this over the block, hopefully through the little hole, which is probably the culprit. But anyway, so we'll drop it down. I've got a little bit of blue tape to measure how far I need to get to that hole. So I'll go a little bit lower, and I've got a wire to grab it, and then we'll simply draw the halyard back up into its proper place, and then we'll have our sail back. So I mean, it's no real big deal. I could have used, this is the spinnaker halyard, but we don't have a spinnaker. I could have used this to haul up the main jib, but we may as well do it. We moved the boat, nice calm anchorage, it's excellent, so calm here. So it should be a bit of fun. Now when I said Margarida is going to haul me up, she's going to use the winch, because otherwise it's just too hard, because we don't have any self-tailing winches whatsoever. Now what's really important, I'm going to put my safety on the main halyard, but what's super important is Margarida is not to keep her hands. If there's something goes wrong and I fall, she's not to go anywhere near the drum, because it'll just cut her hands off. So what I'll do is I'll sort of grab onto something if there's an override or something, and then she can deal with it. But please don't get your hand near the drum. Okay, sweetheart? Mm-hmm. All right. Top stuff. Safety fourth. Go. Okay, go. Let's stick everything here. Well, we got some silkworms, no brakes. We just got some basic 304 tea stain colour on this side. Okay, that looks alright. You got some lead weights. I need to push the line up under a bolt and over the sheave, and hopefully down through the hole in the masthead. Easy peasy. Alright, we're just going to go slowly down. Bye bye view. Gee, my balls are hurting. Alright, good. Doing the safety anymore. I need to get down quick, my balls are hurt. think I might need it hot.
Okay.
Just tickling my ass.
I want you to swing. I want you know you want to.
Go out the hole. Alright. Well, I got it out the wrong hole.
How easy.
Yeah. Alright, finally got it. I had to get it from this hole, then sneak it across to the other hole, and then sneak it. So 3 in 1, we got it. Alright, twine's fixed. Going through to the hole. We've got the beautiful Margarida. He's going to be pulling it up. Okay, start pulling it up. Be gentle. Treat the twine and the rope like you treat me. Like a delicate little flower.
Can you just make
Yeah,
that
like that ever happens.
You pulling it?
No, I'm letting it go. I'm amazing. Look at my job.
Yeah, I can see it.
There we go! Show us that beautiful smile. Oh baby, I'm forgetting about the rope. I don't give a stuff. I hope it breaks so I have to do it again, then I get to see that beautiful smile again.
Of course you do.
Well,
Then you're gonna be swearing
probably not, because
like crazy.
that smile will disappear and woo, something else might appear. Woo! Alright. And that's how you resnake a halyard through a mast. Ta-da! Hey, what time is it?
It's time to launch the new dinghy. Let's go.
How was it?
It's super light, it's super fast, it's super easy to maneuver. It has an excellent shape to go on the plane. It's just perfect.
Can I have a go?
Yeah, come on in. Let's go.
You reckon you can drag it up yourself?
I'm pretty sure. Pretty light. Yeah.
Bloody good! Finally, we've got some reliability. With all the other dinghies, I always had to stay close to the main boat. But now with this baby, thanks to AB, we can go a long way away because I know it's not going to pop a seam. It's going to be reliable. So, why did we choose AB? Well, the first thing I noticed when we were in Guatemala and some other places is most boats were AB. And I thought, well, numbers don't lie. But then I looked into it a bit more, and then I noticed that there were a few things that they did a bit differently. Number one, the fabric, the CSM Hyperlon. CSM is Hyperlon, it's very, very similar. But this stuff, it's so freaking strong, and it's the thickest you can get for this type of boat compared to all the other boats. So it's 50% more tougher and tear resistant, and it's UV wise, it's 20% better than the others. The second thing I liked is if you check out the transom here, these lifting lugs, they're not welded straight to the transom. They're welded to a reinforcing aluminium plate, which is then welded to the transom. So the load is spread over a greater area. So you're not going to get any cracks just at the edges here because there's a greater sharing of the load. Also, the same thing with the transom knee. Same thing. It goes onto these reinforcing aluminium pads, and then it's welded to the transom and the deck. So it's a very, very, very strong boat. Another thing I liked about it is this really tough skirting. It sticks out more than 2 centimeters. So when you go to a concrete dock and there's barnacles and oysters, you got no worries. So that's another thing, because I'm terrified of putting a hole in my new precious. What also is good about this boat is the handles, the CSM handles. They're all doubly reinforced, so they're super strong. If you remember all the other boats that I had, everything was peeling off left, right and center. So another good thing there. Also, this boat apparently takes up to 500 or almost 500 kilos. So I'll be trying to test that in the future, but that's pretty impressive. We'll try and get 6 or 7 big blokes in here and see if the motor is still, well, not drowning itself, and see if we can push it along. Now, we bought this baby in Panama City from the Centro Marine guys. Good on you, Rolando and Alberto. They certainly looked after us. They let us know that there's a worldwide service network for AB, so no matter what happens, it's got a 10-year limited warranty. If something happens somewhere in the world, I can just get it fixed. So that's bloody good to know. All in all, this is an awesome boat. Thank you AB, thank you Bob, and thank you Centro Marine.